In last video we have discussed and calculated the ultimate moment as well as the ultimate shear force. Okay, we were designing a beam of span. I'll read out the problem once again. Okay, we have designed, or we are designing a beam of span 5 meter and it carries a live load of 10 kilonewton per meter. Grade of concrete we have taken M20 and grade of steel is Fe415. Okay, as I said earlier in the last session, in the previous video, okay, we must know what exactly singly and doubly reinforced beam is. Okay, until unless you know singly and doubly, you are not able to calculate. Here we have calculated mu and vu. Okay, so here what I will do, before going to calculate the limiting moment of resistance, I must know what exactly singly and doubly is. Okay, so here, as we have discussed in the previous sessions, xu less than xu max, xu is equal to xu max and xu greater than xu max. Okay, these are all the neutral axis, the maximum neutral axis and actual neutral axis depths. Okay, in this, in the by differentiating or while doing the differentiating of singly and doubly, okay, we'll be concentrating on mu and mu limit. Okay, actually what happens, we have seen the strain diagrams. This is the balanced one because depth of neutral axis fall exactly at the center of the neutral axis. Now here it is another strain diagram will get. Here is the actual neutral axis. Okay, the depth of neutral axis. Here the strain at the top is more and at the bottom is very less. And third case arises, strain at the bottom is more and strain at the top is very less. In this case what happens, okay, so I'll be differentiating. This is balanced section. Earlier we call it as over reinforced section and this one as the under reinforced section. Okay, here what happens, if the strain at the top fiber increases or increases beyond the limit of grade of concrete, in that case there is a chances of failure at the top fibers. When you take a beam, I'll draw beam here. Okay, this is the depth of neutral axis. Suppose in this portion the strain increases beyond its limit of concrete, okay, above the capacity of concrete. In that case the strain diagram will look like this. Okay, so more strain at the top and less at the bottom. Okay, this case arises. Okay, in the if this case arises, we'll go for the doubly reinforced beam. Okay, so I can differentiate. Okay, so if this case arises, obviously mu is greater than mu limit. Okay, if mu is greater than mu limit, I'll be going for the doubly reinforced beam. Here the strain is very less at the top. Okay, it is whatever the concrete we have provided. Here in the compression fiber, this is above the neutral axis compression, below the neutral axis it is tension. Okay, if this portion is able to carry whatever the compressive stresses occur on the concrete, in that case, okay, the strain shows very less. Okay, in this case mu is less than mu limit. Okay, in that case no such reinforcement to be, extra reinforcement to be provided, whereas here concrete is not capable to take the extra stresses. That's why we will introduce the reinforcement at the top. Okay, and another condition, the concrete is alone can able to resist the compressive stresses. In that case, okay, in that case we'll be only providing reinforcement at the bottom. Okay, I'll brief once again. Here we have three beams. Okay, suppose this is a neutral beam. Okay, I'll not discuss on this. Okay, if mu is less than mu limit, I'll only be providing the main reinforcement at bottom. Okay, and if mu is greater than mu limit, I'll be providing the reinforcement at bottom. This we call it as actually AST. Here also it is AST will get, and at the top we will be getting ASC, area of steel in compression and tension. Okay, whereas in doubly reinforced beam, okay, this is AST is nothing but AST1 plus AST2. Two types of tension reinforcement will get. One is first to resist the moment, that is AST1. Okay, another reinforcement will get at the top, ASC, that is compression reinforcement, to resist the compressive stresses. Okay, this is a compression fiber. Okay, whatever the compressive stresses are there, that will be resisted by the additional reinforcement, that is ASC. To balance that one, I will be providing AST2. Okay, so if this case arises, we call it as singly reinforced beam. Mu less than mu limit, singly. If mu greater than mu limit, it is doubly. Okay, and you may ask whether if mu is equal to mu limit, in that case obviously mu is equal to mu limit, okay, will not get such exact condition. Even though if you get exact 0 value, then you will be going for singly itself, because the whatever the stresses is there, okay, though that is quite equal to the applied stresses. Okay, without factor of safety the concrete will able to carry. Okay, or apart from this, what we will do, we will be providing you the shear reinforcement. Okay, you may ask what exactly the shear reinforcement is. Okay, so here what I will do, I will be providing the rings over this one. Okay, even here, right, these rings will able to resist the shear stresses, whatever the view we have calculated. Okay, this will be resisted by the rings which you are going to provide in the beam. Okay, here what happens, the main bending is mu is resisted by these many reinforcement, whatever the longitudinal reinforcement are there. Here I will show you in the figure. Okay, these are the longitudinal reinforcements. Okay, this will resist mu, and whatever this is there, okay, these reinforcements together, okay, will resist mu, whatever mu moment is there, and okay, along with the compressive stresses will resisted by these reinforcement. Whatever the shear is there, shear force is there, this is Vu. Okay, so these all resisted, mu is resisted by these many reinforcement, and Vu is resisted by the shear. Okay, and one thing you may ask, in singly, will you provide only reinforcement, longitudinal reinforcement at bottom? Obviously yes, only bottom reinforcement is required. But what happens here, okay, you need to hang these stirrups, right? You need to hang the stirrups. You are not supposed to make it open. Okay, there should be a proper fixing of these shear reinforcement. That's why what I will do, okay, in a singly reinforced beam also, I will be providing minimum 2 number of bars at top. Okay, there is no such calculation for these things. Either you may go for nominal reinforcement, I may go for 8 mm or 10 mm. Okay, 8 mm and 10 mm. Okay, these are the minimum reinforcement to be provided. Whereas in doubly reinforced beam, you need to calculate how much exactly the reinforcement required at top as well as bottom. Whereas in singly, I will be only finding the reinforcement at bottom. Okay, here apart from that, this you must know what are the reinforcement or bars available in the market. Okay, generally you will be getting 6 mm, 8 mm, 10 mm dia bars. These are all diameter of bars. 12 mm, 16 mm, 20 mm, 25 mm and 32 mm. Okay, these are the reinforcement which we will get in the market. Okay, whenever you do calculation, okay, you need to take accordingly whatever the available reinforcements are there. Okay, you need to take those only. Okay, here what happens, if you take, suppose if you take 14 mm, okay, I may not get. If you take 15 mm dia bar, okay, in the calculation, I may not get. Okay, so in this case, obviously you need to keep these things in mind. Okay, what exactly the available dia of bars are there in the market. Okay, so here you need to remember 6 mm. I'll repeat once again: 6 mm, 8 mm, 10, 12, 16, 20, 25, 32 mm. Okay, whatever the reinforcement will take, okay, those must be, okay, within this list itself. Okay, so here what I will do, I'll be switching to the next step. Okay, these things already calculated mu. Okay, VMU and VU calculated, and you know what exactly singly and doubly reinforced beam is there, singly and doubly. Now the problem is given to you in this problem. Okay, in this problem he has given M20 grade concrete, Fe415 steel, 5 meter span and 10 kN per meter load. Okay, apart from that he has not mentioned whether it is singly or doubly. Okay, here I will find the beam, okay, whether it is singly or doubly. Okay, I'll find out whether it is singly or doubly. Okay, here for that what I will do, here I have calculated mu. Mu is how much? 69.30, 51.13. 69.30, VU is 51.13. Okay, 51.13. This is kilonewton meter and this one is kilonewton. Okay, to compare, to get to come to a conclusion whether it is singly or doubly, I must calculate mu limit. Okay, mu limit already we have given a chart for Fe415 steel. For Fe415 steel, I will be taking mu limit is equal to 0.138 FCK BD square. I think you know about this equation. So here what I will do, I will calculate 0.138. FCK is grade of concrete 20, B is 230 mm, depth we got 420 mm. Okay, just go through previous calculations. Here we have 420 mm, 420 square. When you calculate, you will come to know. Okay, here I will calculate now. So here we got 111.97 kilonewton meter. Okay, these are all in Newton and mm square. Okay, whatever the load will get, okay, whatever the value will get, that will be something in Newton mm. Okay, so when you convert it into kilonewton meter, okay, I will be getting value of this one. Okay, so here what I will do, I will compare mu and mu limit now. Okay, now mu is 69.30, mu limit is 111.97. So mu less than mu limit. Okay, if mu less than mu limit, what is this? Mu less than mu limit, we call it as a singly reinforced beam. Okay, only main reinforcement is provided at bottom. Okay, so I'll write the statement. It is, whatever the problem is given in the given is singly reinforced beam. Singly reinforced beam. Okay, so here next what I will do, if it is singly reinforced beam, I need to find out the reinforcement only at bottom, that is calculation of AST. Okay, this is next step. I think it is the fifth step. Fourth step, we have calculated the bending moment and shear force as well as the comparison I have done. Okay, step 5, it is calculation of reinforcement. Calculation of reinforcement. Okay, so here what happens, the calculation of reinforcement, okay, for singly reinforced beam, here what I will do, I will refer Indian Standard Code IS 456 2000. Okay, we have page number 96. In that equation is there, mu is equal to 0.87 Fy ASTD, like equation on equation is there, AST d into bracket 1 minus something. Okay, so here what I will do, we have already used this equation to calculate the limiting moment of resistance. that is 1 minus AST Fy divided by FCK BD. We have this equation in IS 456 page number 96. Okay, even you can check this one. Okay, especially this equation is used for singly reinforced beams. It is a calculation when only you are going to calculate value of AST. Okay, so when you use this equation, you will get the simplified equation in the quadratic form. It is in the form of quadratic equation. So what I will do, okay, I'll be converting it into in the form of AST itself. Okay, I'll solve this equation and I'll be getting okay, another equation or simplified equation to calculate AST. Okay, here I'll write, okay, that is AST is equal to 0.5 FCK divided by Fy into bracket 1 minus root of 1 minus 4.6 mu divided by FCK BD square whole bracket into B into D. This is the simplified equation. When you calculate AST from these two equations, you will be getting the same answer. Okay, here what I will do, I'll be writing this equation, that is AST is equal to 0.5 FCK divided by Fy into bracket 1 minus root of 1 minus 4.6 mu divided by FCK BD square into bracket B into D. Okay, so our intention is to calculate the value of AST here. Okay, that is area of steel in tension. Here you can see. Okay, we are going to calculate. It is singly reinforced beam. We got mu less than mu limit. Okay, our intention is to calculate AST. For AST, we have this equation in the code book. That is mu equation is there. Okay, we have simplified that equation. We got this one. You need to remember. Okay, mainly this equation is, whatever these two equations are there, applicable only for singly reinforced sections. Either it may be a beam, slab, whatever it may be. If it is singly reinforced section, in that case, okay, you'll be using this equation itself. Okay, so here in the problem we have singly reinforced beam. That's why I am taking this one. So here it is equal to 0.5, FCK is 20, Fy is 415 into bracket 1 minus root of 1 minus 4.6. Okay, mu is there. Mu we have already calculated how much it is. Here even though mu and mu limit are there, so moment is 69.30. Okay, so mu, I'll be writing mu 69.30. It is in, okay, it was in kilonewton meter. Okay, now whatever the value we have written in this equation are in Newton and mm. Okay, it is Newton per mm square. This is also Newton per mm square. Okay, whatever the dimensions I'll be writing here, FCK 20 Newton per mm square, B is a 230, D is 420, all are in Newton and mm. Okay, that's why I'll be writing, even though moment is also in Newton and mm. Okay, so for 69.30 kilonewton meter is there. When you convert kilonewton into Newton, we'll multiply with 10 to the power of 3, and when you convert meter into mm, again we'll multiply with 10 to the power of 3. That means total it is 10 to the power of 6. Okay, that's why I have written 69.30 into 10 to the power of 6. Okay, B is equal to how much? 230 mm and D is equal to 420 mm. Okay, when you solve this one, we got a value of, that is AST. Okay, we call it as AST required instead of AST. This is the required reinforcement for a beam. Okay, AST required we got 513.25 mm square. Okay, when you solve, you will be getting this value, something 513.25. So here what I will do, okay, if you become an engineer, okay, if you are constructing any of RC structural elements, there we have a beam, you are not supposed to say the worker that you provide 513.25 mm square. Okay, that is not possible. Okay, he will not be able to get the thing. Okay, so mason cannot be find out the area of reinforcement. Okay, so instead of that, okay, you have a language that is, you can say it in bars. Okay, how many bars to be provided. As I said, the reinforcement bars available in the market are 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 20, 25, 32. Okay, so you will not be able to say, okay, you provide 513.25 mm square, even though you will not get exact value of the reinforcements. Okay, so that's why what I will do, I will use the number of bars instead of this one. Okay, I must say some value to the mason. Okay, or I must give him a drawing, working drawings. Okay, there I cannot able to mention 513 mm square. Okay, because at the site the mason cannot be able to calculate the number of bars, how many bars to provide. He will be in the dilemma. Okay, to avoid that one, what I will do, okay, I am not supposed to take I'll for main bars I'll go for minimum of 6 mm. Generally we are not using now. Okay, and 8 mm mainly will not be used for the beams as per IS guidelines. 10 you can use. Okay, still what I will do, the reinforcement is quite high, it is more than 500 mm square. Okay, so what I will do, I will be using 12 mm reinforcement. Okay, area is nothing but pi by 4 into 12 square. Okay, it is around 113 point something mm square will get. Okay, area of one bar I'll be getting 113 point something. Okay, so here what happens, okay, so I'll not be going for 10 mm, because if you take 10 mm the number of bars may be more. Okay, so to avoid that one, what I will do, I'll be going for the number of bars using 12 mm dia bars in the beam. Okay, at bottom. Okay, so here I am going to provide 12 mm dia bars. Okay, here what I'll be calculating the number of bars. Okay, how will calculate number of bars? It is nothing but capital AST required divided by small ast. Small ast means, for example, okay, it's like a change. Okay, how many notes of to make 500 rupees, how many notes of 100 are required? Okay, that we are calculating here. Okay, so here I'll be writing 513.25. This is 500 note. Okay, and area of one note. Okay, that is value of one note is how much? That is area of one bar. Total area of reinforcement required and area of one bar. Okay, when you calculate this one, how many numbers of bars are required for this beam? Okay, you'll be getting. Okay, so when you solve this one, we'll be getting 4.53 numbers. Okay, I am not supposed to provide 4.53. I am not able to cut the bar half, exactly half. Okay, that is throw it's a cross section. Okay, instead of 4.53 I'll be taking 5 numbers. Okay, one thing you keep it in mind, whenever you take the number of bars, you go for higher round off. Whenever calculate the spacing of bars, you go for lesser round off. Okay, then more number of bar, that means more efficiency. Okay, whereas when it comes to spacing, okay, when the spacing get reduced, okay, obviously the number of bars will be more. Okay, okay, we will not get now how exactly the spacing plays a role. Okay, here based on the requirement people have calculated the reinforcement required. So now what I will do, AST required was 513.25 now mm square. So we are providing, I'll be writing the equation, provide hash means the number, 5 numbers of T 12 mm. T 12 mm means T means tar bar at bottom of beam, at bottom. Okay, now required was how much? 513. Okay, required reinforcement, required numbers is only 4.53, right? Only 4.53, but we have provided more. Okay, it is AST provided need to be calculated. Okay, how many bars we have provided? 5, and area of one bar is equal to how much? Pi by 4 d square. So total how much you got? So here when you calculate AST provided, we got 565.48. Okay, it is slightly more than 513.25. This is AST required. Okay, this condition to be satisfied, AST provided should be greater than AST required. Okay, if it is satisfied, I'll be providing reinforcement in the beam. Okay, so this is beam. So here what I will do, this is the stirrups. So now I will be providing the reinforcement. How many bars we got? 5 numbers. So here what I will do, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, so here you may ask why we have not provided the reinforcement in one line. Okay, as it is the width of beam is very less, so only 230 mm. If I provide all the 5 bars in one row, okay, there is a congestion of the reinforcement. There should be a gap so that the concrete, when you pour the concrete can be placed properly. There should not be any honeycombing. Okay, whatever the aggregates are there, that should pass through the reinforcement. That's why I have provided the reinforcement, that is 5 numbers of whatever the reinforcement bars are there, okay, to be provided in this manner. And whatever gap in between these reinforcement in layers, okay, in layers, gap between the layers should be minimum 25 mm so that the aggregate can pass. Okay, so here we have calculated value of AST. Okay, now apart from this, I said, okay, these are the stirrups we will calculate in the next session, whereas to hang these stirrups we must have minimum 2 number of bars. Okay, minimum 2 bars. So what I will do, I will write a statement. Okay, I will write a statement that provide 5 numbers of 12 mm at bottom. Okay, this is first statement. And another statement that provide 2 numbers of minimum 10. Okay, you may go for 8 or 10 mm at the top. In bracket you write, in bracket, the nominal reinforcement. Nominal reinforcement. Okay, here you can see, okay, nominal means just for sake to hang the reinforcement. Okay, we call it as hanger bars also. Okay, nominal reinforcement or hanger bars or anchor bars. Okay, so this is all about the calculation of reinforcement in singly reinforced beam. Okay, I think you understood what exactly the singly and doubly reinforced beam is, as well as what is mu and mu limit. Okay, why it is required, how the singly and doubly get differentiated, and if it is singly, how to calculate the moment and moment of resistance, and how to judge whether it is singly or doubly, as well as how to calculate, if it is singly, how to calculate the reinforcement. And provision of the code is quite important. Okay, just go through this code, IS 456-2000, page number 96, we have this equation. Okay, this is the simplified equation. Okay, if it is simplified equation, obviously, okay, you'll use this one to calculate the area of reinforcement required to resist the bending moment, this bending moment. If you provide these many number of bars, that is 5 numbers of 12 mm, okay, then whatever the moment is there, 69 point something kilonewton meter moment is there, it will be get resisted by these 5 numbers of bars. Okay, okay, next in the next session we'll be designing the shear reinforcement, whatever the shear reinforcement is there. Okay, here we have provided. Okay, so I'll be writing here once again. Okay, this is 5 numbers of 12 mm and this is 2 numbers of 10 mm. Okay, this much is provided, and remaining thing is the shear reinforcement, and check for shear, check for deflection, and further we'll go for the detailing part. Okay, this is the second part of design of beam. Okay, in the description box I have given a link of part 1. Just go through that. This is second part. Just go through that. Until unless you watch that video, you'll not be able to understand. Okay, this problem will not be understood to you people. Okay, until, thank you, and for next video, okay, tomorrow at this time only I am going to upload the final part of this design of singly reinforced beam. As we have judged, we got this is singly reinforced beam. Okay, so tomorrow at this time only I am uploading another video, that is last part of this design of beam. Okay, and don't forget to subscribe my channel and press bell icon. Thank you.